it because I don't want to share what are the sensitive information I keep for the customers. But it's really a basic script. It's nothing important. Clustering, managing the different servers and patching them, adapting them to each profile is quite important. So this was the time I had for presenting that. The idea would be either to bring this technology to the community for demos, for low-cost projects. For example, someone is just experimenting. Well, don't bother with an installation. Just redirect it to something which is available, or to reproduce this kind of business in your countries by yourself, to transfer it to your countries. Okay, I had just two sentences to finish. I have two options on these hostings. The first one is a kind of Citrix-like possibility, which is to have the desktop at the server level and to have only encrypted communication between the desktop and the server. I embed a Linux desktop on the server by Tryton, for example. So you get, wherever you are in Africa or whatever, I have nothing against Africans, but it was for Africa. I did that, and also for French Polynesia. You get from Tahiti, you get the local area network capabilities, both at the performance level. You get a very fast refresh wherever you are, and you get full security because you connect only through SSH to this remote desktop, which is close to Tryton. The second one is high level of security. The fact that when I back up a virtual machine through my clustering layer, I can reestablish a direct communication from the net. So the customer has his system alive, production system alive, but he has also his backup from yesterday. If really he makes a mistake, for example, root rm remove star, okay, /star, he says oops, and he calls me, but I'm on holidays, okay? He doesn't need me to switch to yesterday's version. If he switches to yesterday's version, of course, next time my script won't erase the good version by the rotten one, okay? So these are things which can be very useful and simple to put in place. So for a few euros, the customer gets that over time, which means that you can think about something else, or you can build this kind of business yourself. Okay, just answering some questions if we have. Please.
You are talking about tunneling into the server to provide a client. You were saying you use SSH to do this.
Yeah,
Why do you use SSH and not RDP?
And not?
The remote desktop protocol, what Microsoft uses.
At first, I don't know what Microsoft uses. This is my first limitation.
So, but you're basically using the remote window from an X server then? Does this work on Windows?
No, it is based on NX library.
Okay.
Okay, it is X2Go. Okay, so well, I do nothing on that. The only thing I make is that when I create an account on this desktop, I have automatically shortcuts on the desktop to establish the tunnels to the server and launch the client. So you have Tryton, you double click the shortcut, it opened the tunnels through SSH, and it started the client.
You mentioned about Africa and Polynesia because of the low bandwidth, I assume?
Low bandwidth and security.
Yeah, okay, but first of all, bandwidth is the remote desktop. Is it? Does it give a better performance than a local? Yes.
Oh yes, in incredible proportions. Yes. The only thing is that you cannot use it on a G plus. I don't know the name in English. 3G plus.
On the phone.
Wireless.
Yeah, okay.
You shouldn't because it is permanent low bandwidth protocol, so you will pay a lot.
Okay.
Okay.
To understand clearly your offer, so are you offering your services, or are you offering the scripts that you made over the last 10 years?
As in all free software community, I propose both. I propose the tool for you. I propose to do it for you.
Yeah.
I propose to help you to do it.
Yeah. But then we should invite you to come over to our. So what is the next step?
The next step is upon your decision.
Okay.
Okay.
It's all individual decisions.
Well, I don't know if there is an interest, for example, for hosting such a kind of service. Well, it is very useful for many people who know about that, because there are many projects which are not already big projects. It is just a first request from someone who would like to make his opinion about the possibility to do something. And then in this case, if you start by telling him, well, first buy a computer, then pay me for an installation, and so on, you never start the project. Okay? If you say, well, make your own opinion, well, you know, part of this offering is free of charge. You can just order it on OpenERP, and you get your OpenERP's full functionality server online in 24 hours, okay, for free. Now, this means that I have delivered thousands of them. And of course, it helped a lot the community to start new projects, because in many forums on OpenERP, they say, well, I tested it on SAAS hosting, free hosting, and well, I would like to go further. So I think that it is a tool. Either we can centralize it in some point. I don't want to manage it in Japanese or in countries where I have no business. So if we can imagine something where it would be very useful for emerging opportunities, well, this is a way to use it. For schools also it's important, for many things. Yeah. So tools are there. I don't know how Tryton will position about that. I am willing to promote this hosting for Tryton, but the fact that we have to install a client will prevent some new users to test. I don't know. Well, VNC is a little bit more difficult, because VNC means that you have a desktop, and the desktop has to be managed, so it cannot be really free. So you have to ask the customer to pay a little bit for the time you will spend on it. No other question?
Yeah.
Okay.
To summarize, it's a kind of platform as a service, not a software as a service.
I don't know what is as a service, but
As a service means we have to pay for it. So I don't think you offer hosting for free.
I do.
Okay.
I have both. Okay, I have both offers. I have a free hosting, which means that there is no service. You ask it, you get it. I have no possibility to give you the root access, because it is not your virtual machine.
Yes.
But for me, it's 2 minutes to say yes to my script, and it's online. Okay. Now, if you are willing to add something, to modify your modules or whatever, you will need a root access on the machine. And then, of course, it's for 50 euros a month for the tool company. Okay. But Well, it's not expensive because it doesn't cost me a lot. Okay, so I have both options here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.